The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 146 of The Daily Mother Swole. Getting absolutely yoked on a Thursday. Today's topic, eat more, eat less, or eat less, eat more. I'm not sure exactly how I want to say it, but they're both the same. How to eat more food or more often and eating less quantity. This is going to apply to anyone that's trying to build muscle or lose fat, build muscle and lose fat, or build muscle and build muscle. Obviously, no one's trying to get fat, I'm assuming. Is that Sprizer on Facebook? I had to interrupt that for a second. You're in the podcast, Mark. You're officially famous. Mark Sprizer, everyone. Mark Sprizer on Facebook. Every once in a while, people get singled out and they're going to get noticed. That being said, live on Facebook, live on Periscope, live on Busker, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. If there's anything else, any other live broadcast network that I'm missing, let me know, and I'll try to buy another media device to go live on it. Nah, I think I'm burdened enough with my Wi-Fi as it is. Greetings, Sprizer. So welcome to the Triple Live broadcast, and you can always catch us later on YouTube at Swolenormous, and also on the podcast. I actually have Lively, but people aren't really on that too much yet. So yeah, on Busker, that's another platform. I thought about dropping Busker for that, but we'll see because I do use Musical.ly a lot. That being said, let's get right into it. How to build muscle, how to lose fat, blah, 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 eating more frequently. So this is a little bit against what's really popular now, the intermittent fasting. I'm not going to get too much into the science of whether, this is going to raise growth hormone, whether this is going to, I'm not dealing with sample size. I'm not dealing with double-blind studies and all that type of technical research. So you can find your own path in terms of that aspect with the intermittent fasting. That's a whole other topic, and that's something specific for men, primarily men, not so much women, but that is something that you can try and it possibly work for you. This is for those that maybe have tried that or have never tried eating smaller meals more frequently. This is going to be something, or the reasoning why you should eat more meals more frequently, and you can adjust the quantity of your meals accordingly. If you're trying to build muscle, if you're trying to get size, now I'm talking from personal experience, especially because this is what I did. I used to eat every 2 hours, and I gained a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, and it was very effective for me. I ate by the clock. Now, one of the things that is challenging for people to eat more frequently, they say, I'm full, especially for those that are trying to build muscle and trying to gain weight. You have to eat when you're full. Now remember, feeling full when you're trying to gain weight, when you're trying to gain size, feeling full is a response. That's a perception of what is occurring in the body. Remember, the body will adapt to anything you're doing. So your body is used to eating a couple meals. Your body is used to eating one meal a day. Your body is used to intermittent fasting. Once you start filling your stomach with food more frequently than it's used to, you're going to feel full because your body is not used to that stretch. Your body perhaps has not emptied the stomach at that point. Your body is just not used to that style of eating. So there's more food present more frequently, and your body is going to feel that sensation of being full. The hormones haven't been reabsorbed in time. So those hormones that are telling your body that you're full are still in the system, for example. So you have to understand that when you're changing your nutrition, when you're changing your fitness, when you're changing your resistance training, how you're eating, your body has to adapt. You have to allow an adaptation period. We've talked about ketosis before. We talked about getting into ketosis where your body is utilizing fat at a high level for utilizing energy. That takes a couple weeks, and you go through these periods of maybe flu-like symptoms where your body is adjusting to ketosis. That is at an adaptation period. So you have to really step back and avoid that instant gratification, that expectation of instant gratification, and you need to train your body. So if you're going to eat smaller meals frequently, you need to break up your total caloric intake over the course of 5, 6, 7, whatever amount of meals you're eating throughout the entire day, and that's going to be beneficial for regulating insulin release. Yeah, I got a comment on Busker about not feeling as tired. You might not get that crash. Also, because one of the reasons is because when your body is getting a constant flow of nutrients, your body has a more constant release of insulin, and you're getting a steady release of sugar into the bloodstream, and you don't have those spikes. You don't have those huge mountains. You don't have those huge valleys where you're getting that hypoglycemic feeling of sluggishness and being fatigued. And that also correlates to, it doesn't mean you're going to eat shitty food on a regular basis. It has to be something that's done healthily and with a proper amount of fiber that's going to regulate the absorption of those sugars into the bloodstream. So there's other aspects, but eating a more constant flow of food and getting a more constant flow of nutrients into the body will keep your insulin levels more regulated. And what I mean by insulin, it's a hormone that's secreted by the pancreas. So when there's food present in the body, when there's sugar that is absorbed by the small intestines after your body breaks down food, it is released in order to shuttle like a taxi cab to bring the sugar, the glucose to the liver and to the muscles to replenish energy stores. And that's, diabetes and issues with insulin is another conversation, but that is what your body will have issues with if you have diabetes, whether it's insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance. That's the problem with diabetes, that your body has a trouble with either releasing insulin or a trouble receiving insulin and receiving the sugar that the insulin has. That's why you have to either regulate what you're eating or inject insulin to provide your body the means to transport sugar. So there's two different types of diabetes, and that's a whole other topic in itself. So the body needs to adapt. The body needs to adapt to this style of eating, and it's definitely a tried and true method. Whether or not it's going to blow up your metabolism and speed that up, your body, will metabolize and use a little bit extra calories on a elevated level. But the most important thing is that insulin regularity, that nice steady flow of nutrients, and avoiding those spikes and those crashes, which will make you more susceptible in general to storing body fat. Now, again, everyone is different. This might not work for everyone. You might find a lot of benefit with weight loss, doing intermittent fasting. But here's the thing, if you're trying to build muscle specifically, I do not know any bodybuilder, any big-time bodybuilder, anyone that's built a lot of muscle that does intermittent fasting to gain a lot of size. And that is just personally. You might know someone. There are always those anomalies. But any bodybuilder, and I don't care if they take anabolics, any bodybuilder is doing regular nutrition. They're getting food in small meals regularly. So there is... we're talking, there's the health benefits, like, okay, which is healthier for the body based on science and what we know. And there's what actually does work. And that what's been proven, and that my personal experience has allowed me to tell you, this definitely works for me. You might want to try it. That's where I'm coming from. This works for me. Okay, this is not, this is the tried and true method. This is the only way. That's not true. There are many different ways to skin a cat. You could use a big knife. You could use a small knife. You could use one of those paring knives to skin a cat. That's really effective, and it's a lot more efficient because the cat's going to try to get out of your hands. So if you're trying to skin it, a paring knife can really help. Oops, I got off topic, didn't I? I'm just joking. There are many different roads to get to your destination. My point being that this is one of them. This worked for me. It's a tried and true method. It's like grazing. It's like grazing throughout the day. Even though you're not necessarily nibbling, if you're trying to gain a lot of size, you have to eat a lot of food. And eating 3,000 calories or 4,000 calories in 2 meals can be really taxing, especially if it's quality food. If you're trying to eat quality food, try to eat 600 or 700 calories or 800 calories of broccoli, fish, chicken, sweet potatoes. That is so much food. That's why I want everyone to start counting calories and start measuring things, because once you realize how the caloric value of the things you're eating, it puts into perspective how much or how little you're actually eating. A lot of people think they're eating a lot more than they are, or they're eating a lot less than they should be eating. And so it's very easy to eat too much of junk food, and it's very easy to undereat quality food and not gain muscle. Many people that say, oh, I can't build muscle. I have so much trouble building muscle. It's so hard for me to build muscle. They're really not eating enough. Oh, but I eat so much. I eat all this, I eat that. And they add it up, and wow, you're really not eating that much to build muscle, especially if you have a fast metabolism and you're an ectomorph. You really have to eat a lot more than you think you do. So quantifying it, writing it down, tracking it, at least temporarily, can give you an idea of how much food each thing is. And it really does help, and it works. It does work. So the consistent nutrients for the body is important. The smaller meals have to be adapted to, and this can potentially increase your metabolism, but it will give you a steady release of insulin and cause your body to be less likely to store body fat. Now, the intermittent fasting can be beneficial for losing weight, can be beneficial for maintaining weight, can be beneficial for other reasons. Sometimes it's good. I think it's always good to sometimes do like an intermittent fast, like not to eat, just to cleanse your body or to shock your body a little bit, challenge it. I feel is just common sense important. And what I mean by challenging and shocking the body, it's always good to give your body an experience that it doesn't have a lot. That doesn't mean, okay, I never go, it's like going rock climbing. I'm not saying go crush rock climbing and hurt yourself, but it's important to challenge your body to different things. Now, you might be at a greater risk for getting hurt for a physical activity because your body isn't trained for it, but it's important to give your body different stresses. Even if you like to do bodybuilding and you like to train a certain way, it's always good to go do some kind of running or do some kind of cardio once in a while at least, or do play some kind of a sport or go for a bike ride or go for a long walk. It's always good to give your body a little bit of a mix-up, shock it a little bit, experience something different. Because for one thing, it's just good for your body to have some variety. And secondly, it's just good for you might find something that you enjoy. And fitness is about getting results, but it's also about doing things that you enjoy, potentially. If you enjoy the gym and you love working out and you love building muscle, then you found the jackpot because you love doing something that you like to do, that you want to get the result from. You might go for a bike ride and be like, wow, I really love this. I really enjoy it. It's your life. You should be doing things you enjoy. Now, if your goal is to build a lot of muscle, but you love riding your bike, you might have to do it more sparingly if that's truly your goal. But maybe your goals change. You realize, wow, I really love bike riding. Let me not lift so many weights and go bike riding more. It's all about your life and what you like to do and what your priorities are. So my only conflict with some of these activities when I say, oh, don't do so much cardio or don't do this or you shouldn't be doing this, if it conflicts with your goals. That's what's important. If you have a conflict with your goals, I want to build muscle. Well, you might love swimming, but I'm sorry, swimming 5 days a week is not going to help you build muscle. It's not. It's simply not. There has to be this pairing of what you do and what you enjoy or what you understand you need to do if you really want that result. If you don't really want that end result anymore, then guess what? It's your life. You don't really want that result anymore. That's fine. Then what you do during your day can change, and what you do can be more based on entertainment if you're happy with it. Like I said, if you like to be overweight and you don't want to work out ever in your life, you understand the risks, you understand all this. I might not understand you, but that's fine. I don't have to deal with your problems. I don't have to. It's really none of my business, and I'm tired of people getting in other people's business for that. I might not understand why people just don't exercise, and I'm like, oh, I can't comprehend it. But at the same time, if you're happy with it, I just know a lot of people are not happy. They're overweight, they're not happy, and then they're not doing the things that it takes. It's like, well, then stop complaining, stop being unhappy, stop whining about it, and do something. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and you might be trying to do stuff and it's not working, but you have to keep on trying and keep on working. If you really want something else, then show the effort and put the effort into it that you want something else. If you don't want anything else, then you don't. So be it. Your life, you might get sick earlier, you might have a shorter life, but if you're fine with it, that's fine. It's not my life. I don't have to live that way. This is the disconnect in our society. There's no way you have to be, but you have to be happy. You have to be happy, and if you have a certain goal, you may have to do certain things and make sacrifice to get them. You want to have a successful business, you're going to have to be up late at night sometimes. You're going to have to work hard and do things you don't like to do to get an end result. That's just the way it is. There's always going to be things in life that you don't really want to do. But if you want the end result, you're going to do the things you have to do to get there. And changing your diet, mixing things up, quantifying, counting your calories, understanding how much the value of everything is important. So if you want to gain muscle, eating more meals, if you need to eat extra calories, eating small meals throughout the day is going to help you, because if you eat 4,000 calories a day and you split them up over 5 meals, 800 calories 5 times a day, or 500 calories 8 times a day is much better than doing 2,000 calories twice a day, because you probably won't be able to stuff it all in your face, and your body can only absorb so many nutrients at one time and process a certain amount at one time. If you've never tried intermittent fasting, you can watch some of my other daily swoles. You might like something of that sort. Intermittent fasting is generally not recommended for women because of hormone imbalances. Women on an evolutionary level are meant to be home with children and nesting and, have food and have sustenance and literally nest. And I'm not being sexist. It's just what you're evolutionary designed to do. You're designed to have children, stay, in one place, protect. That's why most women can multitask. That's why women, and this is classic, women can be on the phone. They can have the TV on, be on the phone, be cooking dinner and telling the kids to get off the couch. They could do 5 things at once. And guys are usually, guys are on the phone texting, and someone can have a whole conversation. Wait, what? Because guys are focused, hunters. We're stronger naturally. If we don't work out, we're naturally stronger than women at a base level for never working out. And when you think about it, it just makes sense. Men are stronger. We're meant to hunt. We're meant to focus, and we're able to go longer periods without eating because we are more designed to be out in the woods hunting and trying to get food. And going hunting for long periods without eating or grazing, that's like intermittent fasting. You're not eating for a long period of time, and then you make a kill, you bring it back home, and then you engorge and you eat, and that's the way it is. So that is the difference between intermittent fasting, male and female. So females, it's generally not recommended to do fasting or intermittent fasting. But research it, put your time into it, look it up, and it's always beneficial if you have good blood work to keep an eye on that and see if your blood work stays the same. But for guys, you can try it. At the same time, it might not work for you. For me, I tried a little bit, but I felt flat. It just doesn't work long term. In the short term, maybe it's nice sometimes to do an intermittent fast for one day or for a couple days or for a week. But I realized after a longer period of time of doing it, it's just not my thing. I like eating more regularly. I feel better. And it could be something that I'm used to, but I've also given intermittent fasting a chance to adapt, a chance to kick in, a chance to really be my thing. And it's just not my thing. I like high-fat diets, but I don't like that long period of complete not eating like all day, or I just don't like it. I don't feel like it's my thing. Is it healthier for me? Would it be healthier for me on blood tests? Maybe. I don't get blood tests weekly or any of that, so I don't have access or the funds to do that on a regular basis. I'd be interested in that. But I think research will continue to show that it's not consistent across the board. There could be studies that show for certain people, but they're always, with any study, understand this and I'll leave you with this, there are always outliers. Whatever occurs in a study, if there's 30 people, there'll always be, 26 people, this is true. And then there'll be 4 people where they saw no change or minimal. So you have to understand, if there's 7 billion people in the world, there are a lot of people that don't fall into this trap. So you could be one of those people where, this is good for most people, but then you do this, and how come you get results doing that? You're an outlier. Everyone's different. Everyone's going to process things differently. Some people can eat bread. Some people can't eat bread. Some people can eat or drink a lot of milk and eat a lot of ice cream, and they don't get lactose intolerant. Some people have a glass of milk and their stomach is killing them and it blows them up. Your body adapts to certain things too. Your body gets exposed to bad things for on a regular basis. It learns to adapt. But at the same time, your body can also have different base levels of allergic reactions to things. So everyone's different. Take this with a grain of salt. Remember, you can find all this information on my YouTube channel. You can find it on SoundCloud and iTunes and Stitcher in terms of a podcast. Remember, if you're watching this and you like it, thank you for floating hearts. Trying to get to 1 million hearts on Periscope by the end of the year. And also live on Facebook and Busker every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. If you like this video, when it goes online later on YouTube, please, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go subscribe and also like the video. And if you followed me also on SoundCloud or iTunes, give a like, give a review, and give a thumbs up. If you liked it, 5 stars. If you didn't like it, 1 star. Leave a review. Let me know what's up. Let me know why. And give me some likes. Definitely give me some feedback, because if you like this material, the likes and the hearts and the thumbs up and the reviews, they help. They help this grow, and they help get more rankings, and it helps just get it more promoted. So if you like this material, definitely float, like on Busker, float those hearts. It helps. On Periscope, keep floating those hearts. It helps. And on Facebook, definitely keep floating those hearts. It all helps. And it means a lot to me, because I know you're liking the material, and I will be more encouraged to do more. Yeah, today was good, wasn't it? And so was yesterday. Come on. Yesterday was good too, and the day before. This is episode 146 of the Daily Swole. I'll see everyone tomorrow for episode 147 of the Daily Mother Swole. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Make some gains, do some stretching. I'm still on that total body kind of stretching, basic stuff. Shoulder still hurts, but kind of give my body a little deloading week. So very nice. Probably do some deadlifts today, but more higher rep, nothing too crazy. So stay on point. If you're on premium, remember to answer that response on the post on your why. Make sure you answer that. There'll be another video coming shortly. So thank you everyone for joining for episode 146. I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.